Welcome to Critony Entertainment. I'm Chris.
I'm Bree.
And we're going to do a NAPtime episode tonight.
What?
It's been a long time since we've done a Critony, not a podcast episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's the last week of 2022, and I'm going to build some models while we have a chat. So don't worry too much about what I'm doing. I'm just going to throw together some models. I've got boxes of models all over the game room. And
boxes,
bins, tubs. So I decided to start cleaning some of them out. And some of them are literally just full of packaged models. So they're taking up far more space than the model should. So I'm going to build some tonight while we chat. While we're getting started, like and subscribe for more content. Hit the bell button for notifications, all that good stuff.
Woot woot.
At the time of recording this, we're up to 395 subscribers on YouTube. When we get to 400, we are giving away
5 more people.
The alternate Psycho Silver sculpt for Renegade Games Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. Make sure you leave a comment if you want to be entered into that particular giveaway. We're basically giving it away to one random person who makes a comment about wanting that particular model. There's no real guidelines because our original guideline immediately didn't age well a couple days after we made it.
Yeah, that didn't grow well.
We're going to walk away from that. But what we're here to talk about tonight is games. Bree doesn't know what we're here to talk about tonight.
I don't know. I was actually that was going to be my, hey, I'm Bree, and I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, she didn't know what we're talking about because I haven't told her. I haven't told her what we're talking about tonight. Instead, I poured her a glass of our Duke and Dame salted caramel whiskey,
Woohoo!
Which I have too. Cheers, Bree.
Yay!
Let's get sloshed on gamer juice here. And let's talk about something controversial.
Oh, no. What? Is it that we're a legitimate media outlet?
Oh, yeah. By the way, we're a legitimate media outlet, apparently. We're going to be at the St. Pete Comic-Con January 7th and 8th, 2023, at wherever the crap that convention is being held.
It is January 7th and 8th. Yes.
Yeah, January 7th. I got that part right. I don't know where it's being held. Anyway, we apparently have been given press passes for that particular convention, which is frankly horrifying for that convention.
We apologize in advance.
But we're going to go to that convention. We're going to do some Critony-style covering of the St. Pete Comic-Con. It's going to be a thing. If you happen to be in the St. Pete area, check it out, probably. At any rate, here's our controversial topic for today. It's going to be a short video. We're going to get the controversy out there. Short week. We're not going to do a lot of videos this week like we've done. We've done 5 a week for the last couple of weeks. It's the last week of the year. We're kind of taking our time off with everybody else. Get geared up for 2023.
Taking his time off. I'm just here.
Yeah, get geared up for 2023. You play games, right, Bree?
No, never heard of them.
We play board games. We play card games.
Uh-huh.
We play role-playing games.
Yeah.
We play video games.
Yeah.
We play tabletop war games.
Yeah.
We make up tabletop war games.
Yeah. We play tabletop role-playing games.
I've got over 20 years gaming experience.
Yeah.
You've got over 20 years gaming experience.
God.
I'm gonna make a horrifying comment. Here it comes. That too. There's a lot of wind up to this.
Yeah, there is.
Because it's a very controversial opinion.
I'm not sure it's really. You're just building to something.
There's no such thing as game balance.
What does that mean?
There is no such thing as game balance. There are no
like a balanced game.
There are no balanced games in the world. They don't exist. Balance isn't
Hold
real.
on. I'm going through my game catalog in my head.
Let's do this.
Let me think here.
Balance isn't real. There's still radio. Just I got to talk to people.
I'm thinking you could play the Jeopardy thing in the background, right? And I'm thinking, no, you're right. I'm thinking of all of our favorite games to play with the kids. I don't know. I haven't played Mr. Bucket yet. Is Mr. Bucket pretty balanced?
Oh, Mr. Bucket's incredibly balanced. Take any game. And okay. I'm going to put it out there. It is inherently unbalanced. And I think that balance
is stupid.
Is a catchphrase. I think it's a buzzword.
Ooh, it's a buzzword. Is it like synergy?
A little bit. I think balance is what people tell themselves. Because you never really, for the most part, you never really hear somebody say, that game was so well balanced. That game's overly well balanced. And the people who say...
mostly it's like that game is broken as hell. If you get this combination, you can own this game. And
those people are right. Games are broken. But the people who generally instantly scream that something is broken is the guy who just lost.
That is legit.
And the person who screams... And this is not true of all cases, but we're making a controversial statement here. And
you're making one. I'm just commentating.
The person who says, no, it was balanced... is the person who won.
That's legit.
So the person who took the L and decries lack of balance.
You could be like Julian last night when we were playing Pokemon.
That too. And here's the caveat. There are some games so far unbalanced that you're 100% right. I'm talking as a general statement.
Okay, so you're not talking about the games where you're like, I'm walking into this and I'm going to lose.
No.
Pandemic, we're looking at you.
But generally speaking, that's not balanced as a justification for why you lost a game. And that game is balanced, is a justification to support your own perceived ability for that game.
Okay.
Balance is attempted.
Yeah.
Balance doesn't exist. A good game tester is going to try to say balance. When we say balance, what we really mean is, in theory, everything has a
chance,
the same opportunity against anything else that's purely dictated by player skill. So when you're talking, we'll talk a tabletop war game because that's where most of my background is, and obviously we've been doing some battle reports for that on the channel.
Yeah.
Theoretically, if you're playing a game that's based on points and something costs 10 points, it should theoretically, all things being equal, beat things under 10 points, be beaten by things over 10 points, and be down to 50-50 chance against things that are 10 points. That's theoretically balanced.
Theoretically, yes, that should be how that works out.
It doesn't exist.
Nope.
Because it is impossible, especially in a war game, but definitely in board games too. It is impossible to figure out a formula that takes into account every single moving aspect of a game.
Well, and not, okay, wait. Hold on. The other thing you have to consider is, especially with things like board games, tabletop games, games in general, there is an element of chance. And the instant you introduce chance into a situation, the whole concept of being balanced goes right out the window. Like, well, yeah, you can't enter chance and say, oh, but it's balanced chance. I mean, balanced chance might as well be like an oxymoron.
Well, it's true. When you say something has a 50-50 chance and you're assuming 50-50 chance on every attempt, so, I need a 4+ on the dice, it's not actually 50-50 every time you roll the dice.
No.
The way it's going to balance out, when you roll 4 dice and go, I got 2 below 4 and 2 above 4, that's balanced. You're really introducing the law of large numbers, which is designed to counter
a lack of balance.
Yeah, well, statistical improbability. Now, the lack of balance comes in. It's not possible to balance every single moving part of every single game. There's no way any one person, especially in a war game situation, can ever be like, I can predict every single possible combination of things, including a combination of where they will be, when they will be, and doing what, in order to truly balance it. Now, you can make the argument, well, that may be true of war games, but what about other games? So let's go ahead and jump to the extreme edge of it.
Oh,
Bree, what is a balanced board game? I'm going to give you only a couple seconds to think about this because we don't want to run too long of a video today.
I don't know. Scrabble.
Chess.
Oh, okay. You got the same pieces. You have the same. Okay.
Chess is largely considered the most balanced game in the world. Some argument can be made for Go. Go is largely considered the most balanced game in the world based purely on player skill.
I've never played Go.
In both of those games, there is still an inherent slight advantage to the player that goes first.
Oh, yeah.
Now, people will turn around and argue that the reactionary response to going second, giving you the ability to remanipulate the board, counteracts that advantage. But if that were the case, we wouldn't see a slight winning advantage globally over all the games played of the player going first. So even chess, where literally everything is equal and there's no element of chance, is not a truly balanced game. It's as close as we're ever going to get. But the other thing that comes into play is the idea of balance is that all things are created equal to the point that player skill is what makes the difference. I'm going to make an argument right here that says player skill doesn't necessarily make the difference all the time. Sometimes it's player knowledge of the rules. And that is an inherent imbalance as well. When two players who are of relatively equal skill, all other things being equal, the player who has played more games is likely going to win. And you're going to say, well, that's because they have the experience. Yes, but more experience versus less experience is not balanced. The player who has read the rules more and dug deeper in how the rules interact is going to have an advantage over the player who skimmed them once or was taught them orally.
That would be me.
That is how it works. This perception, it doesn't make you a better player.
Are you just trying to tell me to stop whining?
Absolutely. It doesn't make you a better player that you read the rulebook 10 times. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't make you a better player
that you didn't read the rulebook 10 times.
It also doesn't make you a better player that you played more games. The act of playing more games will create a higher skill level. just sometimes you win a game just on virtue of the fact that, player A has played it 5 times and this is player B's first time ever touching it. So, and not to mention, even all things being equal, when you're playing a game with a group of people who have never played the same game, we did it on Christmas. We played a game of Planted together.
None of us had ever played it.
The player with the greatest advantage is going to end up being the one who's played similar enough games to exploit it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's you.
That's my controversial opinion. There is no balance. It is a myth. It is a smokescreen. It is an illusion. So don't worry about it. Just play more games.
Play games.
Like and subscribe for more content. Hit the bell button for notifications. We'll get back to a more regular schedule after the new year. Might have one more video before 2023. Not sure. We'll see you guys later.
Bye! Happy New Year.